welcome back to Baking with Nana. And you might see a little bit of a birthday cake here because this girl had her birthday. So my daughter sent me a cake all in flowers, which I think is kind of cool. And I'm going to make a caramel apple pound cake. And I'm doing a shortcut by making this rather than starting with scratch with the 2 cups of flour and the sugar and all the other things you have to put into it. I decided to do this a shortcut. And here is the mixing here. And what we're going to do is put a teaspoon of cinnamon in it. I didn't get it filled all the way. There we go. And a teaspoon of nutmeg. Maybe a little more. There we go. And you're going to put 2/3 cup water in it, and 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. Very little, not a whole lot. Because you're going to have a lot of moisture from the apples. And then we're going to put 2 eggs in. Which we're going to have to stick back before, because I need I have my thing about doing my eggs. I have to do them with a spoon. And there we go. And you're going to do 1/4 of a cup of sour cream to give it the rich moisture that we want. And 1/2 stick of butter, melted in the microwave. And that's it. And we're going to whip this up. Go. It's done. Then we're going to do, I diced up 2 delicious apples and 2 Granny Smith. And I don't know if I'm going to use them all. We'll see. Whoops. There's 1 cup. I think they'll just make 2 cups of it. That's a lot of apples in there. That's what we'll want. And it's going to look just like this. Lots of apples in the cake. And then I'm going to have to put it in a pan. You're going to have to pause it for a moment. I'm back with this. I did forget to grease my pan, so I went and got it and greased it. And that's what you do. The little muffin down there is our golden retriever, Zoe. She's 7, and our baby girl. Now you're going to set your oven for 350. And you're going to cook it anywhere from 35 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven temperature. how your oven works. Like I've said before, some ovens are a lot warmer than others. So you can judge that when you can put a toothpick in the center and it comes out clean. It's done. We'll see how this works. And while this is baking, I'm going to be making the icing from melted caramels and cream. And we'll drizzle that over the top of the cake when it's done. Oh, that sounds so good. We'll see how that works. But this should be pretty good. When you add those apples, it sure does make a lot of cake. Kind of spreads it all out. Stay, don't fall. Okay, and that's what fits in there. Now I'm gonna go take it, put it in the oven and bake it. And I'll see you back in 40 minutes. Back. And I've taken the apple cake out of the oven. I baked it for 40 minutes and it just came right out. And then I melted caramel, these that you can buy anywhere. And I melted 14 of these with a 1/4 cup of cream. And just keep stirring it and stirring it till it's melted, the whole thing. And then I poured it over the top of the apple cake. Now I'm gonna cut a piece and see what this tastes like. Okay, this is starting to look really good. That's what it looks like in the inside. And it's very spongy. I can tell by the way that it already is cut. But I'm gonna take it with the caramel on the top. By the way, this is still very hot. Burning my fingers. Heavens to Murgatroyd, that's good. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. It's so moist. And here's the apples in it, in the cake. Super moist. Do it with the pound cake and the sour cream and 2 cups of apples in it. It is so good. You have got to try it. In the meantime, stay safe and you are loved. And if you can, subscribe to me. See you next week. We're doing all Halloween. See you then. Bye-bye.